Why is personal finance crucial, and why do effective budgeting techniques matter? The significance lies in how they together shape your financial life. This pair is the hidden force behind monetary triumph, silently directing the performance of your economic world. Budgeting effectiveness is a vital measure of financial wellness. It serves as the guiding path for your money, ushering each dollar to its rightful place. Without a budget, you're effectively journeying the monetary jungles without a map, a venture as perilous as it appears. A thoughtful budget aids in minimizing the financial tension, a prevalent issue in our high-speed, consumer-centric society. It's beyond just meeting your bill payments. It involves recognizing where your money is spent, optimizing your income, and enriching your life quality by making knowledgeable choices. Having highlighted the significance of personal finance and budgeting, let's dive straight into some practical budgeting methods. Let's quickly understand the concept of budgeting. It's the process of devising a plan for your money. This plan steers you clear of falling into debt and overspending. It also aids in prioritizing your expenses based on your needs and desires. Budgeting is not just about curtailing your expenses. Instead, it's about comprehending where your money is going and making informed decisions regarding your spending habits. It ensures that you live within your means, creating a balance between income and expenditure, which is a fundamental for financial stability. Additionally, budgeting helps you focus your expenditures on what most to you. This could involve saving for a much-desired vacation, clearing off student loans, or securing a comfortable retirement. Remember, having a budget equates to having control. It empowers you to make decisions and shape your financial future. Now, it's time to delve into some effective budgeting techniques. One of the most popular budgeting techniques is the 50-30-20 rule. This method is a straightforward approach to managing your money, and it's as simple as it sounds. The rule suggests that you allocate 50% of your income to your needs, 30% to your wants, and the remaining 20% to savings or debt repayment. Let's break that down a bit. The 50% that goes to your needs covers the essentials, the non-negotiables. These are expenses like rent or mortgage payments, groceries, utilities, healthcare, and transportation. These are the costs you can't avoid, the ones that keep your life running smoothly. Next, we have the 30% allocated to your wants. This is where you have some wiggle room. These are the things that make life enjoyable, but aren't necessarily essential. Maybe it's that concert ticket you've been eyeing, a new pair of shoes, or even your Netflix subscription. It's important to allow yourself some indulgences, but equally crucial to keep them in check. Finally, the last 20% goes towards savings or debt repayment. This might be your emergency fund, your retirement savings, or paying down a credit card. It's about securing your future and ensuring you're prepared for any unexpected expenses that might come your way. Now, it's important to remember that the 50-30-20 rule isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Everyone's financial situation is unique, and this rule should be used as a guide, not a strict law. Maybe your needs take up more than 50% of your income, or perhaps you're aggressively paying off debt and need to allocate more than 20% towards that. That's okay. The goal is to find a balance that works for you and helps you achieve your financial goals. Remember, the key here is differentiating between your needs and wants. It might be tough at first, but with time, it becomes easier to make these distinctions and manage your money efficiently. The 50-30-20 rule is a great starting point, but there are other techniques too. Stay tuned as we explore more ways to help you master your personal finance. Another effective budgeting technique is the zero-based budget. This method is a bit like a game of financial Tetris. Each dollar you earn has its own place to fit in your budget. It's a technique that demands every penny of your income to be assigned a purpose, whether that purpose is for living expenses, savings, or investments. The zero-based budget is an approach that's all about intentionality. It's not just about tracking where your money has gone. It's about planning where each dollar will go before you even have it. It's a proactive method that brings a heightened sense of control over your finances. Think of it like a puzzle. You have a set number of pieces, your income, and you need to fit them all into the picture, your budget. Each piece or dollar has a specific place it needs to go. Maybe it's paying for your rent, or going into your savings account, or being invested for future growth. The key here is that every dollar has a job. So what are the benefits of this method? First and foremost, it gives you a clear and detailed understanding of where your money is going. This increased awareness can be a game changer, especially for those who often find themselves questioning where all their money went at the end of the month. Secondly, the zero-based budget allows for flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should be able to accommodate that. This method allows you to adjust your spending in each category as needed, so if an unexpected expense arises, you can shift your budget to cover it without going into debt. But here's the catch. The zero-based budget requires discipline. It requires you to make conscious decisions about your spending and to stick to those decisions. It's not for the faint of heart, but those who master it often find it to be an incredibly powerful tool for financial control. So, if you're ready to take a more hands-on approach to your finances, the zero-based budget may be just what you need. The zero-based budget can be a powerful tool for financial control, but it requires discipline and careful planning. If you prefer a more tactile approach, the envelope system might be for you. Picture this. Instead of swiping cards or clicking through online transactions, you're dealing with real, tangible cash. The envelope system is all about putting the power of your budget into your own hands, quite literally. Here's how it works. You start by identifying your main spending categories, things like groceries, entertainment, utilities, and personal care. Then, for each of these categories, you have a designated envelope. When payday comes around, you divide your income into these envelopes according to your budget. So, if you've budgeted $200 for groceries for the month, that's precisely the amount that goes into your groceries envelope. No more, no less. The magic of the envelope system lies in its simplicity and its physicality. You can see exactly how much you have left to spend in each category just by peeking into the envelope. When the money's gone, it's gone. This creates a physical limitation on spending that can be incredibly effective. The system also fosters a heightened sense of awareness about where your money is going. It's easy to lose track of spending when it's all digital, but when you have to physically take money out of an envelope and hand it over, you can't help but be more mindful. The envelope system is not only a budgeting technique, but it's also a teaching tool. It can help instill valuable lessons about money management, especially for those who are new to budgeting or struggle with overspending. This method may seem old-fashioned in our digital age, but sometimes going back to basics can be incredibly enlightening. It's about getting hands-on with your money, understanding where it's going, and imposing limits on your spending that are concrete and tangible. And remember, just like any budgeting method, the envelope system is not one size fits all. It's a tool, and like any tool, its effectiveness depends on how you use it. The envelope system can be a great way to keep spending in check, especially for those who struggle with overspending. Another budgeting technique that can be quite effective is activity-based budgeting. This method can be especially beneficial for those who want a more detailed understanding of their spending habits. Activity-based budgeting involves identifying activities that incur costs in your personal life. For instance, consider your daily activities such as commuting to work, having lunch, or going to the gym. Each of these activities involves certain expenses, and by identifying these, you can gain a clearer picture of where your money is going. This method requires a bit more work and attention to detail, but it can be incredibly enlightening. Now let's look at how it works. Start by listing out the activities you engage in that involve spending money. Next, assign a cost to each activity. This could be a daily, weekly, or monthly cost, depending on the nature of the activity. Once you have this information, you can start to see patterns and trends in your spending. You might even discover areas where you're spending more than you thought. The main benefit of activity-based budgeting lies in its potential to identify unnecessary costs. By understanding the cost of each activity, you can make informed decisions about where to cut back. Perhaps your daily coffee run is costing you more than you realized, or maybe your monthly gym membership isn't worth the cost if you're only going once a week. These insights can help you optimize your spending and make better financial decisions. Activity-based budgeting can be a powerful tool for those who want to dive deep into their spending habits and optimize their personal finance. It allows you to be proactive about your spending rather than reactive. As with any budgeting method, it's important to remember that activity-based budgeting is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's one tool in your financial toolbox, and its effectiveness will depend on your individual circumstances, preferences, and financial goals. But for those willing to put in the effort, activity-based budgeting can provide a wealth of insights into your spending habits and help pave the way towards financial freedom. So, in scene number 7, we've delved into some commonly utilized budgeting techniques, but what are the points to consider? First and foremost, never overlook the significance of personal finance. It forms the foundation of a secure and stable life. And what lies at the heart of personal finance? Correct? Budgeting. It's the instrument that enables you to direct your funds towards the most essential needs, granting you the power to make well-informed choices and sidestep financial pitfalls. We've plunged into 4 distinct budgeting techniques. Each has its own virtues and can be customized to suit your unique financial circumstances and objectives. The first technique, the 50-30-20 rule, is all about equilibrium. It's a simplistic yet impactful approach that allocates 50% of your revenue to necessities, 30% to desires, and the remaining 20% to savings or debt clearance. Perfect for those seeking a direct method to manage their finances without convoluted calculations. Next, we examine the zero-based budget. This strategy compels you to give every single dollar of your income a purpose, be it for bills, savings, or entertainment, ensuring that your income subtracted by your expenses equals 0 at the end of each month. If you're someone who appreciates having absolute control over your money's destination, this could be your match. Thirdly, we looked into the envelope system. It's a hands-on method that proposes splitting your cash into separate envelopes for each budget category. It's ideal for visual learners and those who appreciate a physical connection with their money. Lastly, we added activity-based budgeting to our list. This approach focuses on the cost of activities that drive business and allows for more streamlined resource allocation, making it good fit for business-oriented individuals. But remember, budgeting does not present a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about discovering a method that resonates with you, aligns with your lifestyle, and underpins your financial goals. Bear in mind, budgeting is not confining, but liberating. It hands you control over your money and ultimately your life. So commence your budgeting journey today and take the initial stride towards financial independence.